Live from the Newman Cigar Studio and the Gurkha Cigar Studio in the great state of New Hampshire. Welcome to the Smokin Tobacco Show with your hosts, Matt Tobacco and Smokin Nicole.
And good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to another episode of the Smokin Tobacco Show. My name is Matt Tobacco from SmokinTobacco.com, and I'm joined once again by the lovely Smokin Nicole on my left. And it's a pretty important week, I guess.
America 250, baby.
That's right. It's Independence Day, also known as the day that we remind everybody else in the world that we are better than them. Although we kind of do that every day.
Way to show your patriotism.
I'm not kidding. I mean, in the last week or so, it's been kind of all over social media and the news outlets. A lot of Europeans especially, but people from all over the world have come to the United States for the soccer World Cup, FIFA World
Football.
Cup. That's what your people call it, I guess.
Football. Come on.
That's what they call it where Nicole's from. And what's interesting is a lot of these Europeans who historically, I think it's kind of always been one of those things where, you always say, oh, the Europeans, they don't like Americans. Who's Americans? Fuck them. Oh, America sucks. Well, they've come here now. At least the ones who've never, the majority, they've come here. And they've taken to social media to be like, we'll be the first ones to apologize. We were wrong. It's great here. I don't want to go home. And it's like, we've only been telling you for how long? They're like going to American barbecue places in the South, and they're like, are you shitting me? Like, they're going to Bass Pro Shops, and they're like, wow, they really do have a lot of guns. It's crazy. They're like, wow, America really is cool. And we're like, yeah, I know. Tried to tell you.
I think it's actually become my latest obsession, watching reels and stuff of like British people and Europeans who are just like, oh my God, I don't want to go home.
It's everything.
We love the AC.
It's the AC.
We love the water pressure.
They love they love like the basic stuff. They love the food
Ranch
of all
dressing.
the varieties. Ranch dress. TSA has had a major problem at airports all over the United States.
If you haven't heard this, it's an actual thing.
This is a real thing. I'm not blowing smoke up your ass. This is a real thing. Okay? They are having a surge of problems with ranch dressing. People are trying to bring large amounts of ranch dressing through airport security, and they're like, I mean, you can't take all that on the plane. It's just, and it's getting confiscated. But for those who don't know, they don't have ranch dressing.
They don't.
So this one over here will tell you what they do have.
They have something called salad cream in England, and it's as great as it sounds. It's not great.
Yeah, you don't want that.
Yeah, no. It is very different. Very, very different and not as good. But yeah, so... Oh, and the other thing is that Chili's ran out of mozzarella sticks.
Yep.
Like Chili's locations.
Yep.
Some cities were being drunk out of beer. I believe Boston, some of the pubs got drunk out.
I believe I heard that, yeah.
Yep. So...
It's wild. It's wild.
But it's fun.
People will go home now having a better appreciation for America. They're going to be like, yeah, fuck the news. I want to go back. I'm telling you right now, there's all these people over there who are like, it sucks over there. And they go, we'll go because we have to for the football. We have to. I guess we'll go. And then they're like, I don't want to leave. So I'm hoping that these people come back, and it's also a spike in American tourism because they're like, yeah, we gotta get back over there. I gotta get some of that ranch that they have. Remember that ranch stuff they had? We gotta get some of that. Although was it Tom or John Graves from Davidoff? I saw both of them last week. Tom and I caught a game. For those who missed out on that one, it was great. Monster seats, front row, Yankees game. But I was at it with one of his events. It was me, him, and John Graves were talking. And one of them said that Hidden Valley Ranch... I don't know if this is true. I didn't look it up. There's a rumor that Hidden Valley Ranch came out with a branded suitcase that carries a certain amount of ranch dressing that they can check to take home. Because they're like, apparently people love ranch, so they made like a check baggage loaded with ranch dressing that they could buy and then check it and bring it home. I don't know if that's true. If it is, genius. That marketing person deserves a raise and should come to the cigar industry and maybe help a couple of companies get into shape. I don't know, but it's. I'm like, you got to give it to them. You gotta give it to them. That's quick thinking on your feet. That's, hey, let's take advantage of this. Let's make some money. Who owns Hidden Valley Ranch? Is it Kraft? Kraft Heinz?
I don't know.
So one of them does.
Who owns ranch?
That stock went through the roof.
Probably did. Yeah. Sorry, guys. I was going to smoke a cigar tonight, but I just don't think I'm going to do it. I'm still recovering from last week. I know we didn't do the show last week. That's because I was pretty sick, and I thought I was feeling up to it, but I'm not right this second.
It's okay.
But that's okay, because if I was going to smoke, it would be this.
Wow, way ahead of us.
I know. Look at me go.
I know. Look at me go.
Look at me go.
Our cigars tonight are brought to you by the number 2guyscigars.com. Head over there today for an amazing selection of cigars and accessories from brands you know and love, and a few you haven't quite discovered yet. Do yourself a favor. Place an order at the number 2guyscigars.com today. And we are smoking very patriotically. There's a lot of cigars I could have gone with, but this one I think made a lot of sense. It's the American by J.C. Newman, rolled by the Newman family in, I'm thinking of the Diamond Crown ad, rolled by the Newman family at El Relo in Tampa, Florida, sporting the America 250 band. I think I already threw away the footband, but it also has Nicole has it right there.
250, baby.
These should be at your J.C. Newman retailers today. I think they got there last week. I think they shipped out.
Yeah.
But very appropriate. So we're smoking J.C. Newman in the J.C. Newman Studios, America 250, an American-made cigar. I mean, this was the total package.
I'm going to have to save this for Saturday, though.
It's yours. Save it.
I know. I'm just still a little feeling it now. But that's okay. I'm the one who gets sick in the summer. Like every single year. Don't know how, don't know why, but every single summer I get like a cold, a flu, something. Lucky me.
Yeah, I know. It's horrible getting sick in the summertime.
It sucks.
Of course, I lit my cigar with, I'll let Nicole play with it because I know she likes to, my fancy-dancy new SD Dupont table lighter from SD Dupont, shaking up the legacy with SD Dupont today, featuring the Defi Extremes windproof soft flame as well as the Biggie's flat blade flame. All in one lighter for the beautiful price of $7.99, $8.99, $6, $7, or $8, I can't remember. $700 or $800. Beautiful lighter. Comes in the palladium black or the gold plate in black. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful lighter. Not for walking around with, although there's somebody out there who's walking around with that lighter, and God bless them.
I'd walk around with it.
Yeah, I know. That's true.
I would.
Also going to give a shout out to our friends over at Nova Cigar. Platinum Nova Cigars. Make Nova big. And as always... Oh, actually, no, that's spare notes. Never mind. I'll hold up on that. But yeah, Independence Day. 1776. We separated from England. Told them, get out of here. This is our land now. And 250 years later, the British have come back, and they're like, all right, I get it. Yeah, that makes sense. I get
It
why
only
you...
took
I get why
250
you
years.
dumped the tea, and... Yep, I get it. Mm-hmm. All right, well played. All right. And now it went from like, all right, we'll let you have your own space, but like, can I come hang out sometime? Because your house is cooler than mine. My parents don't give me those toys. It's really what it is. And then the French are like, yeah, can we come too? Like, oh yeah, there's a lot of them. Oh man, it's kind of fun.
It is.
I'm very patriotic, so I like any opportunity to, beat the American chest, beat the drum, shout it from the rooftops. America's number one. Do you believe in miracles? I mean, all of the great American moments. 1980.
Also, side note, Hidden Valley Ranch is owned by the Clorox Company.
Really?
Yes.
Ranch dressing and bleach all in one place. Tell me that ain't cool.
Oh.
Whoever works there, they're like bringing home bleach and ranch dressing all the time because like I work for them, so I get free bleach and ranch all the time. It's crazy.
Just a random thing.
Yeah. Well, the thing is, back in the day, I feel like if you worked for a company that made a certain product, you got a lot of that product all the time. And I'm sure to some degree it's kind of, there's still some of that going on. But I feel like most of the time you meet people that work for these brands now, and they're like, no, they're too cheap. I don't get anything. It's like...
That's everyone everywhere now.
I know.
Everyone is too cheap.
These companies are too cheap.
And no one wants to treat their employees right anymore.
Yeah. God forbid, keep the employees happy. Let them take a couple off the assembly line. That's how we used to do it. And everyone was happy. Now, everyone's just too greedy. That's the way it goes.
I feel like this is becoming such a philosophical conversation.
Who knows? Anyway, what was I going to add to this tonight? So, in honor of America 250, we will be doing our Perdomo segments, Independence Day, America 250 trivia, in just a bit. Quick update on kind of what's going on, things to know. There's no Spare Notes series this week. I don't think there's one next week either. Coop's doing a lot of traveling. And I believe he said he was going back to Miami as well.
Yes, he
his
is.
the Bears wedding is this weekend?
Yes.
I think it's this weekend. And then next weekend, I think he's going to Miami. So I don't think we'll be doing Spare Notes for...
at least a couple of weeks.
Yeah. So unfortunately, you're going to have to stand by on that one. But it's out of my hands. Take it up with Coop. He's the one that's out there traveling the world, trying every fast food item under the sun. He did the new McDonald's fried apple pie. I didn't think it was that great. He was like, it was all right. I'm like, it was crap. I mean, it tasted disgusting. It's McDonald's. I mean, was the bar really that high? I feel like I wish I could get that $2.29 back. It was horrible. Oh my god, it just tasted so overly artificial.
And it's bad when Anastasia won't eat it.
Oh, she wouldn't eat it. Yeah.
And this kid right now keeps stealing apples and taking one bite and hiding them somewhere randomly in the house. So, I don't know. It probably just doesn't taste like real apple.
Yeah, it's bad when she's like, I eat real apples all the time. I ain't touching that. That's garbage. I'm like, yeah, you're not wrong, kid. I'm not going to lie. I'm going to try this. What is this? Simply Spiked Bold Cherry Limeade.
You bought it.
All right, let's try this.
We're splitting a drink tonight. I saw this in our cigar lounge fridge, and it was not a purchase of mine. It was actually a purchase of Matthew's. Very manly, I must say. But it is Simply Bold Cherry Limeade. 8%.
You laugh, but that shit goes down easy. You get fucked up real fast.
Okay.
That's why people drink those. It's like twisted teas. There's a reason why people drink those. Because it goes down real easy.
I don't like twisted tea.
I don't like twisted tea either, but they sell a lot of them.
I know, but it has like this aftertaste. I can't get into it.
It does.
I can't.
Yeah, all these it's all malt liquor. That's what it is. It's all malt liquor in a can. 8% alcohol by volume. 5%. Oh, wow. That's a lot. 5% real fruit juice. That's talking about authentic. Let's look at the, what is it? Yeah, I think it's just malt liquor. All these. It's not vodka. I don't know what they use. Usually it'll specify. If it's not specified, it's usually just a generic malt liquor. Mm-hmm. But it's not bad. I don't know. It's a little tangy.
Yeah. I don't mind it. I feel like this week is pretty low key.
Do you like it?
Yeah. It's not bad. Oh, thank you.
I think I like the lemonade one better. That's okay.
Okay.
At least we tried them.
I feel like there's not a lot of cigar news this week.
Well, there's a couple of things.
Yeah, but not like a ton. Like a lot of like shipping.
No, but there's two important ones that I do want to address tonight. And we don't always do a news segment kind of thing on this show. We kind of do a lot of the stuff on Spare Notes, but one thing I want to mention, and while I didn't know him very well personally, I do want to give a shout out to everyone over at Drew Estate and Swisher International over the passing of the Drew Estate CEO, Glenn Wolfson, who passed away earlier this week at the age of 70. I know that he was very loved by everyone over there at Drew Estate. The way people would talk about him, you know, you don't meet many people who are the big boss that have a plethora of, you know, lower level employees, you know, or just everyone below him. They all really love their boss. And that's kind of what I took away from that is, you know, he was great at his job. He ran the company very well, but he also had people who were dedicated, who work really hard. They work really well. I got to say, Drew Estate as a company right now, even aside from this, I mean, they've done incredibly well as a company. They're honestly a strong contender for Company of the Year right now, just because of how, not only how much they've done, because anybody could do a lot, but it's also how well they've executed it, planned it, rolled it out, put it together, presented at the show, everything. Just the way that they're handling all of this right now is amazing. And they had a leader in Glenn Wilson, and everybody from everyone I've talked to, everywhere I've looked, everything I've seen, just praises to Glenn Wilson. So I wanted to make sure that we took a moment to recognize that and to say rest in peace to him. He was a great guy, huge guy in the industry, and just, you know, our thoughts go out to his family, everyone over at DE. I know a lot of people over there. We know people over there for years. I know it's kind of a sucky time, and that's horrible. Jay Davis is with us. Glenn was a great guy. I enjoyed getting to know him and working with him. Yeah, I mean, it's everywhere I turn. It's just people just have so much love and respect for Glenn. So I know this is a hard loss for a lot of people in the industry. It's kind of a big one. The other thing I wanted to mention was a little more positive. Our very good friend Eddie Guerra from La Flor Dominicana, or at least until recently, has left La Flor Dominicana and has now joined Plasencia as their senior vice president of marketing. And Eddie's a friend, and Eddie's a great guy, and I'm very excited for him. To be honest with you, I haven't even reached out to him yet. I just had so much going on my plate. I need to. But I'm saying it on the air first, Eddie, if you're listening. Congrats, bro. That's awesome. Eddie's got a long list of experience in the hospitality business and the cigar business. Really excited to see. You know, Plasencia hired a lot of people. They had a couple of announcements the last few. It looks like they're kind of reworking their whole upper management team, which is interesting. I think they have a new CEO. They got Eddie running the marketing department. They have some new ambassador people, if I remember correctly. They got a lot going on. They've been making some important staff announcements. So I'm curious to see where that goes. Mm-hmm. Rebranded the logo at the trade show. You know, they kind of going through a whole rebranding. All new, maybe not all new, but a lot of new senior level people. I don't know. Maybe
Seems like they feel like they needed a change.
Yeah, no, but that's a good, and then that's a good thing. But that's my point is, like, you know, they're kind of making some big changes, and you know,
and it's a good thing to self-reflect. Not that they were getting tired by any means, but if they felt that way, then sometimes it's better to do it sooner versus waiting to where people are wondering why you didn't do it sooner.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah. Well, I've always loved Plasencia as a brand. You know, they make some really great cigars. They grow some really great tobacco. They've always been very kind to us. They're a great bunch of people. So no matter what they do, I wish them the best. And excited to see where they're going right now with all these changes. It's hopefully for the better. That's what you always hope for, but we'll see how it all shakes out in the end. So yeah, those were two kind of noteworthy stories that I thought were interesting. That when they came across my desk this week, I was like, oh, this is I mean, obviously with Glenn, it was very sad. It was a little. I think he had been sick. I don't want to comment to. I don't really know too much, but it sounds like maybe he was a little sick for a while. So I don't want to say. I'm trying to be, obviously respectful, but I don't think it was like I think some people knew it was coming. Which either way, it doesn't make it any easier. But then, obviously, a couple other things. I was like, oh, it's just a lot going on this week. Not a lot, but just interesting things. But yeah, overall, news-wise, a lot of shipping notices. This is the dull part, the summer. I mean, right now is the busy season. Everyone's just in their stores, cranking out. Manufacturers just getting stuff to them. Shipping all the stuff they bought at the show, hopefully. Jay being one of our resident retail watchers here can attest to that. I know Tatuai's got most of their stuff out because the creature has landed. Thanks, Jay. I got my creature. It's resting. I was going to smoke one tonight, but I'm like, no, tonight's not the night. Tonight's America 250. Yeah, it's and then you get towards the end of the summer, you get into the fall, and you start to see some activity again. People start ramping up for the end of the year. And then you get to the holiday season, there's usually a little bit of noise there, and then it crashes in January, February. It's the same cycle. It's the same cycle. Right now everyone's just cranking stuff out, keeping their stores full, keeping the shelf stocked. Rocking and rolling, as they say. Especially right now, I'm sure stores are banging right now because you get everyone loading up on cigars for the weekend. So I'm sure stores are probably doing some good business this week, probably today, tomorrow, maybe a little bit of Friday. I don't know. We'll see.
People could already be gone since everyone's observing.
I know. It would be nice to take this whole week off. Wish I could take this whole week off. It'd be great.
I know we both don't have those luxuries.
I know. Well, I mean, I could if I really wanted to. And look at this. I got Coop. I should kind of...
What?
I'm on the air right now. He knows this, too.
What's he giving you crap for?
Well, I'll answer your question, but it's not really much you could probably... It's sports related. They just announced that the Celtics and the Philadelphia 76ers have completed a trade where we sent Jaylen Brown, which, I'm still surprised they keep trying to get rid of him, unless he wanted to go, for Paul George. And, the reaction to the trade has not been very positive. And I just got Coop, who's a Philadelphia 76ers fan. We just fleeced the Celtics. Okay. That's the thing. Coop's always so quick to be like, we fucked somebody over. But then when his team gets fucked over, he's like, this organization is the dumpster fire. Like, he just, like, there's no, like, middle ground with him, It's, like, he loves sticking it to people, but then, like, it's not that he can't take the shit. He'll take it, but he'll just write it off as, well, we're garbage right now. And it's like, you're not garbage. You just made a bad move. Yeah, we're trash. So of course he texts me while I'm on the show, and he knows what time I do the show. This is Coop's way of being like, I gotta get this in there. Jab against Boston. Fucking Coop. I'll talk to him later about it. We'll sort it all out. He's not wrong, and I'll say this on the air just for later. He's not wrong. So when Coop hears this later, he's not wrong. I'm not trying to be like, oh, fuck him. Like, no, he's right. It's just, you gotta text me about it now. Jay Davis. Let's see. What does Jay got going on here? People need their electrical work done on Friday. No days off for you. We're actually not working Friday, so fuck them. They can figure it out or wait till Monday. Yeah, we'll see. We'll see. I don't want to get too into the basketball right now. Nicole can't really hang with that conversation. I don't want to. I don't want to wild
It's
her
all
out.
sports ball to me.
Yeah,
And they don't wear tight pants in basketball, so I do not follow. That's my general rule. If they wear tight pants, I'll follow it as a sport.
So football.
Yeah. Baseball, they wear tight pants sometimes.
They're not tight pants. It's just some guys are too fat for those pants.
No, they're tight.
Yeah, but does it look good if
Some of them
like
do.
Pablo Sandoval busting his belt open and taking a swing at home
Okay,
plate?
not
Who remembers
him.
that? It's like, dude, lose some fucking weight. I'll never forget that. He took the swing and his fucking belt went. And then they did the replay and they're like, oh, look, there it goes. And the belt blows right open. It's like, yeah, do a slow motion replay to be like, look how fat he is. That's what that was. Oh, God, that was a fleecing. We took him in. We're like, oh, yeah, he won a World Series with the Giants. Yeah, we'll take him. He showed up. Bum. Sent his ass back over there. What a waste of space. Nicole, you got to watch late 70s, 80s NBA on YouTube. Lots of tight. No, those were tight shorts. That's what that was.
Okay,
those
well,
weren't pants.
You know what, though? That might be an option.
Their friggin' beanbags were hanging out of those things.
Therefore, maybe I'll like it.
Oh, my God. I probably shouldn't have said that. His wife's probably watching the show. I feel bad. Sorry, Andrea. Oh, God, I keep getting sidetracked. I had something I was gonna do.
Well, we have our gripe of the week, but Steve is, of course, still happy, and I kind of don't like it.
I know, why is Steve so happy?
I wouldn't say he's happy, but he just has not been as grumpy of a human being.
He hasn't had a man period yet.
He really hasn't. All of his posts, like, ooh, I have the privilege of wearing this watch today.
Low flow.
Ooh, we've just begun the process of shipping this out.
He's got a light flow going on. He's like,
ooh,
yeah.
kind of funny to see this great snap today of my cigar. I can't. Somber Mesa, Solita Red. Look at this beautiful photo.
I didn't love the Solita Red. Not gonna lie. I didn't love the Solita Red. It wasn't a bad cigar. Don't get it twisted. You know, you say like, oh, I didn't like that cigar. People are like, oh, he said it sucked. That's not what I said. I didn't love it, but it wasn't a dog rocket. It just wasn't for me.
I think I need to smoke it again.
I think we have some. You should try it.
Anyway.
What was I gonna say?
I don't know. Do you have any gripes?
My gripe? Not really. I don't really have one. It's also been a good week for me. Hot take: the Tapa Negra is great and will win the consensus.
Ooh, yep. I mean, anything
It's
Steve
not.
comes out
It's not
with,
far fetched.
It's not far-fetched.
It's not far fetched.
People love Steve. I mean,
He's not. I'm not saying he's right, but I'm not saying he's wrong. It's very possible.
yeah.
It's very possible. Very, very possible.
Yeah, it's not a hot take, Jay. It's a pretty, that's a logical, pretty educated guess.
A hot take would be like saying, like,
No, because you can't call, well, you could call a bad cigar out, but.
that'd be like saying like that a Postania is gonna win the consensus.
Oof. That's a low blow.
I mean, I'm not trying to. It's a small brand. It's not something I see that always gets like a lot of just something that came to mind. But yeah, I mean, Steve historically, although I don't know if Steve didn't get it. You know what? Coop and I talked about this. It's a big release year for Drew Estate. New Undercrown. They got the Buenos Noches with the Dominicana, which is nice, but my gut tells me, and I've been doing this long enough, I think the El Tigre, if it was down to the two, I think the El Tigre shines a little bit more than Buenos Noches. If Steve doesn't win the consensus, I'm going to take a very early, and this is not a grading, this is not saying I think this is Cigar of the Year. This is a very, just because remember, we're talking about the consensus. I'm not talking about my list. We're talking about what I think everyone around, even all the people that crawl out of the woodwork, I could see that one being one. for a lot of reasons. And if it's not going to be Steve, that would anything that Steve makes. I'll make it easy. Just anything Steve makes. If it's not Steve Saka, Dunbarton Tobacco and Trust, I could see the Underground LT Gray being another possible contender to win the consensus.
Mm-hmm.
I see that for a lot of reasons. I'm not going to get into it all now because we could talk about that for an hour and a half. But it's a big release. It's going to be a popular cigar. I think a lot of people are going to have it on their list. I think it's going to probably perform well on a lot of lists. Therefore, it's going to score a lot of points. And I think it'll be a serious contender. So, we'll see. I mean, there's a few out there, but, I mean, that's probably if it's not Steve, it's this. Okay. We'll see. It's still early. I got to get Joe Groh's take on that. I don't know. Joe Groh's the big half-wheel consensus, he runs the unofficial fan club for it. I mean, he's very, very into it.
We'll have to have him on the show before.
Yeah.
Get his take.
Yeah, that would be actually a great idea. We should have Joe on. Be like, so Joe, what do you think about the consensus? What's your playoff bracket here? And I'll tell you, he's gonna show up with a PowerPoint presentation and be like, if you look at the way that Drew Estate performed in quarter 3, now, and it's he's got this thing down to a science. He's very, very into the consensus. But that's not a bad idea. I mean,
I'd like to see his bracket.
They both suck. I just don't get why people like either of those cigars. Of course, we tell them, but really mediocre.
Probably sell them.
Huh. That's an interesting take.
That is. Now that's a hot take.
That's a hot take. Hot take, the top of Nick. That's not a hot take. I think everyone's already thinking about that. A hot take is what you just said. Now that's firing some shots. I mean, okay. We'll have to see how that plays out. Well, we know what Jay's thought process is on that. Very interesting. Very, very interesting.
Did we actually get to a gripe? Did I miss that?
We got sidetracked.
Yeah, we did.
Talking about the damn consensus. It's way too early to be talking about the consensus. Why would we be talking about the consensus?
Because Jay brought
Because of Jay. It's all right.
Jay.
If it was anybody else, I'd be like, get out of here. But it's Jay Davis, so he belongs here. What are you gonna do? I have to be nice to Jay. Jay's a good friend. Jay's good to me. I'm good to him. Which
and if
means
not, he'll spit in your tattoo before he sends it to
no,
you.
no. There's few people that get carte blanche in the comment section. Alan Rubin is not one of them, by any means. But Jay Davis is one of those people. He can pretty much say whatever he wants, and I'll be like, all right, it's Jay. It can stay. And he knows it. That's why he comes out. He's like, I got so much to say. And I'm like, yeah, I know. Go ahead. Oh, Jay. That one might get you in trouble. I don't know. We'll see. That's a hot take. Jesus Christ. Gripe of the week. I guess if I had a gripe, it would be the heat right now. We have an intense heat wave. I've been in the triple digits every day this week. It's been brutal. Feeling it. I'm already feeling this drink, too. It's because I'm so dehydrated, You really want to get shit-faced. Get really dehydrated first, and then just have half of whatever, and you'll feel it.
Yeah, it's 100 here this week, and the heat index is what, 105? I don't know. It's pretty high. It's gross. It's disgusting.
It's nasty out there. I'm not going to lie to you.
I'm not happy because I'm a year older this week.
That's right. It's also Nicole's birthday. Nicole's birthday is July 4th. Our anniversary is on the 7th, so it's a very... Yeah. It's a very big occasion.
It's a big week.
It's a big week. There's a lot. I guess. What do you mean, I guess?
I'm just not excited about my birthday. You get to a point where you're like, make it stop.
Well, I hate to break it to you, but it never stops for anybody.
I know.
Just be like, yay, it's only 34 this year. And, could be worse. You could be like, oh, fuck, I'm turning 63.
I'll blink and I'll be 63, so what does it matter?
Yeah, you're probably right there. I forget, how old is Jay? Jay's up there, isn't he?
Oh, Jay is my favorite person ever.
22 is a great age. Look at you kissing ass. Remember when you get a napkin, get a little something up there in your nose.
Jay's my favorite person.
Were you eating
It's
chocolate
fine.
pudding or what is that? Look at Jay go. Jay, just so you know, I'm the one that does the buying with you, not her. So you're barking up the wrong tree. Come on, meow. But very nice of you, Jay. Thank you very much. Thank you very much.
You even got a smile out of me.
Sometimes hard to do. 58. The best looking 58-year-old I've ever seen. Oh, I shouldn't say that because my mom's 58. So right after my mom, that was a quick one. That was a good catch. Sorry, Jay. I have to put you at number 2. I hope you understand. Hey, Coop's 58 too, isn't he?
I think he is.
I
Yeah,
ain't Coop. Well, oh boy.
Wait. Are you even contemplating putting Coop above Jay?
No, that's not. I don't want to go any further. That's why I'm like, oh, fine. And I'm like, there's 3 very important people in my life
Sorry,
there.
Coop,
They're all.
I love you too.
I'm like, I don't know. I can't rank them all. That wouldn't be fair to anybody.
Yep. You're gonna have to bow out of this one.
Yeah, and Coop is 58. Yeah, see, I thought so. My mom's 58. You're 58. Coop's 58. Everyone's fucking 58. Everyone's the same age. What was going on over there in 68? Jesus. Carney is what, 42? Is he 42 now? I remember when he turned 40. Was that a few years ago? That was, because he was still at LFD.
Again, time blinked.
Jesus
gone.
Christ. Yeah, I think he is 42. Oh, my God. I remember when he turned 40. Yeah, I think he was still... Yeah, because he celebrated a pro cigar in the Dominican. I think he was still at LFD. They did the pig roast. That was all part of his birthday. Yeah, that's right. That was 2 years ago. Fuck me. Wow. Jesus.
Yep.
I know.
Should we move on to our...
This is getting depressing real fast.
We gotta move on.
Thanks a lot, Jay. Jesus Christ. God, we gotta move on to the Perdomo segment. Our Perdomo trivia segment, once again brought to you by Perdomo Cigars, featuring our 2025 Cigar of the Year, the Perdomo I fucked that one up. Perdomo Legacy Nicaraguan Shade-Grown Epicure, as well as our 2025 Factory of the Year, Tabacalera Perdomo.
We're not having a good day.
No.
on this show.
No.
It's
It's this cheap fucking malt liquor. That's what it is.
It's really not. I'm still just... You know what? I was fine for spare notes, but then, like, I just feel like I was feeling better, and now I'm going downhill again. So, I don't know. Energy levels are low because of the heat wave. Like, I just... Anyway. Trivia this week, though, is obviously America 250 themed.
That's right.
Have to be on with the holiday. Matthew's probably not going to get most of these questions, is my guess.
That's fine.
That's my take for today. Only because the easy ones are like, oh, you know, why do we celebrate the 4th of July? Like, so they have to be a little bit difficult. So I guess it's really challenging your history knowledge. Are you ready?
I am. I'm waiting.
You ready? Okay.
I'm waiting.
Which state was the last of the original 13 colonies to ratify the U.S. Constitution? A, Virginia, B, New York, C, North Carolina, or D, Rhode Island?
North Carolina.
False. It was D, Rhode Island.
I almost said that too, but I was like, nah.
Well, the first 13 colonies. Do you remember what they were?
No.
That's not a question, so...
No, I don't.
You don't need to ask.
I don't remember.
Or answer.
Massachusetts, New York, Pennsylvania, Virginia.
I don't know. I don't know either.
This would take all night.
I know they're like New England states, right? So.
Well, yeah, this is where it all started.
Which founding father was the oldest signer of the Declaration of Independence? A, Benjamin Franklin, B, John Adams, C, Roger Sherman, or D, Charles Carroll?
John Quincy Adams.
Wrong. It was Benjamin Franklin.
Was it?
Yeah, he was
Benny?
the oldest. Although it does not say what his age was.
Benji?
Let's
Benjamin
see.
Franklin is my best friend.
Is he?
Think about it a little
I
bit.
know.
He should be everybody's best friend. There were actually 17, but only 13 in North America. Oh, okay. I feel like this is something Jay would be good at. Jay does strike me as like I watch a lot of History Channel in my time. Like
Are
Ozzy
you calling him a
Osbourne.
nerd?
Did I say that?
I know, but you're kind of like implying, well, he looks like
I didn't
he
say he
watches
was a
lot of
nerd.
history.
Jay just strikes me as someone who's very intelligent. He knows these things.
Okay.
You don't have to be a nerd. God.
All right, next question. Which state?
Look at this. Franklin was either he's Googling this in real time or he's just proving my point.
Which state entered the Union first after the original 13 colonies? A, Vermont, B, Kentucky, C, Tennessee, or D, Ohio?
God. Ohio?
Wrong. It was A, Vermont. You're striking out
Yeah.
for being someone who's so patriotic.
Because we don't really focus on why we're patriotic. We just follow, the standard American guideline, which is America. Fuck yeah.
Okay, that's pretty good.
Do what I want.
All right. Which president was the first to be inaugurated in Washington, D.C.? A, George Washington, B, John Adams, C, Thomas Jefferson, or D, James Madison?
You read the question again?
Which president was the first to be inaugurated in Washington, D.C.?
So not the first president, which would be George Washington.
Yeah.
Which one was the first to be inaugurated in Washington, D.C.?
Yes.
I just want to make sure that's clear.
Yeah.
All right. Well, it's not George Washington.
Yep.
So what were the other three?
B, John Adams, C, Thomas Jefferson, or D, James Madison?
It's down to 2 for me. I feel like it's going to be the opposite of whatever I pick. So I'm going to go with James Madison.
False. It was Jefferson.
I was going to say Jefferson. I was like, because Jefferson was the third president, right? I think Jefferson was the third. So I'm thinking like, maybe they didn't do that. Yeah, I guess that makes sense. Lincoln was 16. I think Jefferson was 3. John Adams was the second president, I think. Was Andrew Jackson? Yeah, Andrew Jackson was president.
Okay. So we'll do one more.
Washington was inaugurated in New York. Yeah, that makes sense.
Which state capital served as the nation's capital longer than any other before Washington, D.C.? A, Annapolis, B, Princeton, C, Philadelphia, D, New York City.
Philadelphia.
Yeah, you got one.
Yeah.
One.
Got one.
Got one.
Yeah, I got one. That's where they signed the Declaration of Independence.
Yep. We
the people have had enough of your shit. So we have our own country now. Get the fuck out of here. That's essentially what that translates
Jay did
to.
pretty good.
What did I tell you?
I know.
Jay's out
I
here.
wouldn't call him a nerd, though.
I didn't either. You said that. Jay, I want to make sure that's very clear. I never said that. Nicole's like, you call him a nerd? And then she brought it up again. I'm like,
If you tell someone they watch a lot of the History Channel, I feel like you're calling them a nerd.
You don't have to be a nerd to enjoy history. Jay strikes me. Let me be a little more clear. Jay strikes me as I'm not saying he's very sophisticated, because we all know he's not. And I think he would be like, yeah, I mean, let's pump the brakes. I mean, let me finish my thought. But he has a little bit in there where he's like, I don't want to look stupid, so I keep myself fresh, But I'm not, putting on the white gloves. So he makes sure he knows
Jay,
information.
I think you're sophisticated.
I listened to Bear. He's a genius. I forgot about Bear. Bear knows everything. You can ask Bear any one of those questions on the spot. He'll tell you, not only will he give you the answer, but he'll give you more information than you even wanted to know. And he'll be like, well, on June 3rd, 94, there was an outbreak, blah, blah. And so Madison, like, he'll go on and be like, he's really smart. He's really good with this
You know
shit.
what show I did used to like was Drunk History.
I don't even know what that is.
So it was a show that literally people would recount like famous stories in history, but they specifically, I want to say like celebrities, they would retell, but they would get drunk as they were telling it.
That's interesting. It almost sounds like a Ricky Gervais stand-up special.
If you haven't seen it, we should watch at least one episode to see if you like it.
Was it a British show?
No.
Oh.
No. Let's see.
That's interesting. Yeah, I would check that out.
It was on air
America.
2013 to 2019. Let's see. Overview.
This cigar's not bad. I wish...
It was on Comedy Central.
No, there's no tar buildup there. But I'm getting... I don't know. It's a little firm. If I'm being honest. It's a little firm. So the draw is not the best. So I feel like I'm putting a little bit more English on there than I need to. And it's getting a little hotter than I want it to be. Huh.
Oh, interesting.
I wish I had more so I could check it out.
I know I'm not smoking the cigar, but America 250, it's an official licensed product.
Oh, yeah, you didn't know they were doing that?
No,
So
I
if
know.
you, like, anyone that wants to do any kind of America 250 thing, they did a whole thing. It's like, it's official license, like, with the government. I don't know if there's, like, some sort of government kickback or something, but they did a whole thing. They made it very official.
Interesting.
Yeah, it's a big thing. I think it also, I mean, anybody who makes any product that's an official America 250 license thing, I think there's like a big database, or not like a database, but like I think there's like a website you can go and it'll show you like every product that's certified America 250,
We
release.
love that.
I know.
I wonder if the products have to also be made in America.
I think they do. I think
Oh.
I think it has to be American made product. I think
To
so.
be like officially licensed. I'm sure there's a bunch of knockoffs. That would be my guess.
Yeah, where do the knockoffs come from?
China.
China. Yeah, there's the irony there. America 250. We put it on the band. It just comes out. I'm sorry. If you're offended by that, then you shouldn't be watching this show in the first place. If you got offended by that, this must be your first rodeo. It just makes me, I don't want to get too into it because, then that's when people start getting upset. But it just reminds me. It reminds me of that episode of South Park, the one with the Chinese restaurant and the sushi restaurant. Did you know that China and Japan are actually two different countries? Oh, really? I can't get into it. I can't do it. It's no. But it comes up all the time. Like it's always like on a reel. Someone's like doing it. It's I don't know why it's super popular right now, and it's in my mind. It's so bad. Sorry, but I forget where I was going with that. Before all that distraction,
I don't know. We lost the plot.
I got sidetracked. Well, you were looking at the band, yeah. So the America 250 stuff, if I remember correctly, because there's also an America 250 humidor that they released, and it has J.C. Newman, and it has on the lid, it has the United States as a map, and it's made. Each state is made from a piece of wood that's from that state, and we put the story out on the website, and the more recent, the shipping when it shipped a week or two ago, and in that archives, I remember I took the time to verify it all. I wrote there's a whole list of all the states for those who are interested. Nicole, or actually no names mentioned, we call them a nerd, but if you're into that kind of information, you can go on the website, J.C. Newman, America 250, American Humidor. It's on there, so it's actually kind of cool. We saw it at the trade show in person. It was really nice. But the lid has every state as a piece of wood from a from that state, and there's a lot of repeats. I'm not gonna lie. When I first heard of it, I'm like, oh, like there's gonna be like 50 very like individually unique pieces of wood, and like no, it's they doubled it. I mean, it's from that state, but it didn't do like I'm trying to think of one like red. Is it like red? Not red. Oh, is red oak a tree? It's not like like Wisconsin got this tree and like that's it. No, like there's like 4 states that it's on the website. I don't want to find it. It'll take too long. But there's like white pine in like 4 states. There's like American oak in like 4 states. Like there's a lot of repeats. There's a lot of like ones on there I didn't actually ever heard of before, but there's some repeats. But either way, it's cool. It looks really nice. I think that's also an official America 250 licensed product. I think I'm trying to remember how many. They didn't make a lot of them. 50 of them, maybe 100 tops. I don't think they made a lot. But that was really cool. I mean, it falls in line with J.C. Newman's humidor theme. Dare I say? The last couple of years at the show, they've had they did the basketball one, they did the home plate one. I think that one was last year, or actually no, I think that was 2 years ago. Last year they did the 130 anniversary humidor. This year they did the America 250 humidor. So they always have like a new special humidor, or at least in the last couple of years at the trade show, which has been really cool. So definitely check that out. If you're into that kind of thing, God willing, it might be a little nerdy.
Come on.
Just you said it, not me. Did Blue Smoke of Dallas get one of those humidors? I'm just curious. The more I sip it, it's not that bad. I'll have a little more. Did you already refill your glass?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, wow. Anyway, I'm going to finish that. I'm going to finish my cigar.
We're going to finish the show.
Yeah, we're going to keep it light this week. We got a lot going on. We got a long weekend
We'll
ahead
have
of
more
us.
to talk about next week. Do we have a guest on next week?
I
feel like
yeah, so I think it's next week. I don't want to say anything yet because
I have to reconfirm.
Well, I'll say this. There's a guest that I've been in talks with, but the guest is trying to maybe pre-record it because of scheduling constraints, and it's not something I like to do. In fact, most people get told no. But there's a very short list of people where I've allowed the exception for my own reasons. It's no one else's business. But there are a few people that have gotten an exception, but it's just coordinating it. So I think that's still supposed to happen next week, but I don't know how it's going to unfold, so I'm not going to say much about it yet. But I will let you guys know once I do have the concrete information. He has been on this show before, and he does not work directly in the cigar business. That's all I will say. So with that, I'll let you figure it out on your own. Some of you will probably get it. But that's it. Happy America 250. Independence Day. I feel like it's like 2 different holidays. It's one, but it's like it's Independence Day, it's the 4th of July, but it's also like America 250. Happy birthday, America. Hope your birthday's awesome. We'll see. Don't get too drunk. Don't start any fires with your fireworks. If you live in a heavy wooded area, If you're going to launch them, go somewhere not near where you live. And then, God forbid, you do something, you get in the car and take off. Don't do it near your house. Come on. Let's be cool. Anyway, don't blow any fingers off. And smoke some firecracker cigars. You should give a shout out to United. Smoke some firecracker cigars. Celebrate. In style. I'll give them a little extra love right there for United. But we will be back next week. And we'll fill you in on our fun-filled weekend. Hope you guys all have a great 4th of July. And we'll see you